Hi, I am Claudia Brown Coulter. I'm a divorce mediator, and I help you create a customized divorce that you can uncouple consciously and respectfully. So you might wonder, what are the things that I should negotiate in my divorce, or what are the things that people most normally negotiate? Because you just tell me negotiate the things that we don't agree on, but I'm so overwhelmed at this point, I don't even know. Okay, so here are the things that most people talk about when they're getting a divorce. And these are some of the things that they need to negotiate with a mediator because they can't solve it on their own. So they're either negotiating one on one, just the two of them at the kitchen table or at Denny's or wherever they're at, or they're negotiating it with a mediator. So one of the things is a parenting plan. Now, in California, we don't normally negotiate child support because there are state guidelines and structures around that. And that has to do with your parenting plan. So people negotiate a parenting plan of where will our child or our children be on what days. Guys, that is very emotional and hard to do. And some people can get really petty in it and even go, well, I'm not paying them any money, so I want 50-50. Is that what is best for your children? So I encourage people to really think, this is hard, less about themselves and more about the kids. And in some instances, 50-50 is absolutely the best. And in others, it's not. And nobody wants to be the weekend mom or the weekend dad, but it doesn't necessarily have to be weekends only. You just need to find a plan that will work best for your children. The other thing that people negotiate a lot is their retirement, especially if there's a pension involved. Usually, if there's a 401k or an IRA, those are pretty easy to divide and split up. It's the pensions that people have issues over because not everyone has a pension anymore. And those things are, you get more out of them the more you get more out than you actually put in if you live a long time. But that doesn't necessarily need to be split 50-50 either. It can be a 60-40, 20-80 situation, a situation that works best for you. And also it has to do with your years of marriage and when the pension was started. Maybe the pension started before you were married. So that part shouldn't be, not all of that should be split with the spouse. So those are the things that need to be negotiated. And also when you have a pension, when you're all said and done, that divorce paperwork needs to be taken to a quadro attorney, qualified domestic relations order. You need a quadro in order to take it to your plan administrator right away so that they can get it set up so that that pension can be divided. Otherwise, if you wait years you don't want to wait years to do it. You want to take it to an attorney, a quadro attorney, get your paperwork done correctly, and then get it to your plan administrator immediately before your spouse marries and divorces somebody else and divides the pension with them too. You want to get your claim in. Okay. People also negotiate spousal support. There are guidelines for child support, but not for spousal support. And there's no you don't have to do half the length of the marriage. And if you're married over 10 years, there's no permanent spousal support. Sometimes people want spousal support because they're petty. Other times people want spousal support because they really, really need it. Or there's a big gap in the incomes between the two spouses. Or that spouse needs time to go back to school and get back on their feet and find a job. That's a really good reason for spousal support. But sometimes people just want it because they feel like they're entitled to it. But it's your divorce, your life. And if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. Obviously, I would think it's obvious. Most people argue about the house. It's this amount of value. It's that amount of value. I want to buy you out. No, we're going to hold the house till we have the kids. When you are negotiating about a house, you really need to think about, can I actually refinance for this amount of money to buy out my spouse? And can I pay? And can I not only pay the mortgage, but can I continue to pay for the upkeep of the house? Because if you can't, It might be something that you have to let go. And, whenever we let go of something, it doesn't feel good. It is not comfortable. But if we do it for the right reasons and we're being wise about things with time and usually a short amount of time, we realize, okay, this was the right decision. I'm okay. The kids are okay. Everything's fine. And then the other thing that people tend to negotiate are their businesses. If there's one business or more than one business, and it really depends on how old the business is, how much one spouse put into the business. And it may be that the spouse had nothing to do with the business, but they were home with the kids or they were holding down a job. So this other spouse could actually have the luxury and the freedom to start a business. And that spouse was financially supported by the one who was working. So people negotiate a business too. So let me recap for you. People tend to negotiate the kids, the retirement plan, the spousal support, the house, and the business. So really, children and the other four are money. That's what people negotiate. So if you begin to wrap your head around this, you can get ready of what do I need to negotiate? What is my unique situation? So that when you meet with a mediator, you kind of know, okay, we don't agree on these things and we need help. Okay. I don't think I took a breath this whole time. I hope you guys have a great week and I'll see you soon. Bye.